With a lot of new people beginning to start investing in 2023, there are so many ways to begin to invest, and one of the best ways to build wealth long term is to invest regularly. In this video, I'm going to invest £400 and I'm going to be using the platform InvestEngine to just show you how easy it is. If you want to sign up to InvestEngine for free, use the link in the description down below. So this is what I get when I log into the InvestEngine app, and as you can see, everything is very easily and clearly laid out. So the top card with the orange tab is where my cash is, and currently I have £400 ready to invest. Now InvestEngine is a platform that currently only offers ETFs, and therefore I find it very easy to recommend to beginners because in my opinion ETFs are one of the simplest methods in generating long-term wealth. Now there are over 550 ETFs to choose from the likes of companies such as iShares, HSBC and Vanguard. When you do find an ETF that you want to invest in, you can see all the key information points at a glance, very easy to read. So importantly, you have this graph which shows you the price movements between certain time periods. For example, maximum is for the maximum recorded amount to which the price of the ETF has gone up or down. We have the 1 year view, we have a 6-month view, 1 month and also 1 week. Very standard stuff. Here we see the total expense ratio of the ETFs. So this is what over the year the ETF will cost you to buy. This is a very small maintenance fee for the ETF, and most ETFs offered by InvestEngine will have a total expense ratio of under 1%. In my opinion, anything under 0.3% is pretty good. However, anything probably over 0.3, 0.5% is getting quite a bit expensive. A lot of the times what could happen is if you have a high total expense ratio, the fees taken away from that can eat into your long-term wealth, meaning that you could be losing out hundreds to thousands depending on how regularly you invest. Furthermore, you can see the breakdown of the ETF. For example, this is the S&P 500 offered by iShares, and you can see that it has around 500 companies. You can actually see all 500 holdings and percentage by weight they are allocated within the ETF. Furthermore, you can actually find the fact sheets and the key information PDF. You can download that and see all the other charges and stuff available for that ETF. What I like most about ETFs and why I would recommend to beginners is the fact that even just one ETF such as the S&P 500 is a highly diversified fund. So what an ETF basically is a collection of stocks. This means you're not investing into one company, which chances are that one company could either be doing really well, which means you're going to gain a lot of money. However, what is more likely is that at one point in time that company is going to be doing terribly and you can essentially lose a lot of money. So buying only ETFs allows you to be diversified. It allows you to gain from the overall market. And as we know from 2022, pretty much every single market, whether it's the bond, whether it's cryptocurrency or the stock market, they're all very closely correlated. Although there is some correlation now, that isn't to say that they will always remain correlated. So I really only invest in one major ETF, which is the S&P 500. Now the S&P 500 is offered many times by different providers and they're all slightly different. For example, some are hedged, which means that they take into considerations the currency fluctuations between the pound and the dollar. This could lead to a different total expense ratio and overall different returns in the long term. For example, the most common would be the VUSA, so that's provided by Vanguard. This is the most popular S&P 500 fund, and because it's offered by Vanguard, which has years and years of experience, a lot of people trust this and will go to the Vanguard S&P 500 first. So this is actually a distributing fund, which means that dividends are actually paid out to you periodically. So take that into consideration, because if you've already maxed out your dividend allowance for the year, you might not want a distributing fund, instead an accumulating fund. Although the laws around that might be changing soon, meaning that accumulating funds will have to pay tax on that too. So on InvestEngine, it's very easy to add an ETF. So all you do is press add new portfolio and then you press do it yourself, and you can choose an ISA or general account, go into it, choose the ETF and then add to portfolio. However, I've already added my cards which have my own portfolios. For example, this one is a mix between the VUSA, which I just explained before, and the FTSE Japan. This one is a mix between the VUSA again and the Vanguard Germany All Cap, which is basically the biggest players in the German stock market. And the last one is GSPX, which is a S&P 500 fund from iShares, and it is hedged against currency changes, which means that the return that you do get from here is very similar to the return that the Americans are seeing back in their country, with the S&P 500 going up and down all over the place. So actually I want to invest in the GSPX, and I actually want to put in £350 into the GSPX and £50 into the German stock market. All I have to do is press invest here, and in the buy tab I can get cash from my cash account, and I want to buy 350, press review order and confirm, and it is literally as simple as that. The great thing about buying with InvestEngine is that you never have to really think about timing the market. Every time time you get a certain chunk of money, you can just put it into your favorite ETF. Whether the markets are going up or whether they're going down, it is best to consistently just keep investing your cash. This is because over the long term, things will go down and things will go up. Whenever they go down, you're essentially going to get more money in the future when they go up. If they go up, that just means the money that you have had before is going to go up as well. So it's all about long-term mentality. Don't ever think about the short term where stocks might go down or stocks might go up. So my order is placed, and InvestEngine at a particular time, probably tomorrow, will actually execute these orders, and they do it all at once. So they bulk execute orders. This saves you from paying a lot of these pesky fees that other investment providers charge. InvestEngine also offers same-day trading too. So InvestEngine has one of the lowest fees of any UK-based investment provider. So I also mentioned that I want to invest £50 into the German stock market. So actually I can just create a new portfolio and add the German stock market, but I have a mix already here of the S&P 500 and the German stock market. So when I created this portfolio, I did a 95% and 5% split, as you can see by the number here. So actually, if I want to invest £50 and I want to share it between them, it's going to put 95% to the S&P 500 and 5% to the Vanguard Germany All Cap. That being said, I can override it, so I can go into the Vanguard Germany All Cap and then press buy sell. So what I did earlier today was place an order for the Vanguard Germany, and that hasn't been placed through. So currently I can't place an order with the Vanguard Germany All Cap. What I can do, however, is create a new portfolio, and I'll show you exactly how to invest into a new ETF. So add new portfolio, do it yourself, general account, search for VJER. So if you know the ticker code is a 3 or 4 character code that every ETF and stock has that gives it its unique name. So if you know that, you can just press that in, add to portfolio, review. So this portfolio is going to be 100% Vanguard Germany All Cap, review and continue, and save and continue. So now I'm ready to invest. I can now put in £50 into this fund. So press 50. So choose my cash account, put £50 in, review order, and confirm. So just like that, the orders will be placed, and tomorrow morning, all these orders that I have pending will be placed by InvestEngine. And now I don't have to do anything. I don't have to be worrying about if the market is up or down. I just put in monthly, however much I want. And in the long term, that's going to gain me wealth. Never have to worry about investing again. If you liked what you saw and you want to sign up to InvestEngine, use the link in the description down below. Make sure to check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you in the next video.